Chosen one, what God is about to do in your life will shock everyone around you. And if you close this video right now, you will walk away from the most important confirmation that was sent specifically for you today. Stay with me, because what comes next will change everything. I am speaking to you with a level of urgency that cannot be ignored. This is not a coincidence that you found this message today. This is not random. You were guided here because what I am about to release into your life is so significant that even the people who doubted you will not be able to explain what they are witnessing. I am not preparing a small shift for you. I am preparing something that will leave the people around you speechless. The ones who questioned your path, the ones who doubted your calling, and the ones who watched you struggle and said nothing are about to witness something they never expected. And I need you to understand right now that what is coming is not for them. It is for you. It was always for you. You have been walking through a season that felt impossible to explain. You felt the weight of it every single morning. You woke up carrying something heavy that no one else around you seemed to understand. You smiled when you needed to. You kept going when everything inside you wanted to stop. And through all of that, you never fully gave up. You bent, but you did not break. And I want you to know that I saw every single moment of it. Not one tear was wasted. Not one silent prayer went unheard. Not one night that you spent alone wondering if things would ever change was overlooked by me. I was watching, I was working, and now the time has come for you to see what I have been building on your behalf in the places you could not see. What God is about to do in your life will not follow the pattern you expected. It will not come through the door you were watching. It will not arrive in the form you planned for. It will come suddenly, completely, and with a force that removes every doubt you ever carried about whether I was real in your life. You will not have to wonder anymore. You will not have to convince yourself anymore. What is coming will be its own proof. And when it arrives, you will look back at this exact moment and understand why everything that happened before was necessary. Type Amen if you believe that God is working in your life right now. I need you to understand something about your journey that you may have misread. The difficulty you experienced was not a sign that you were forgotten. The closed doors were not evidence that you were rejected. The silence you felt during your darkest seasons was not proof that I had moved on from you. Every single thing that felt like a setback was actually a setup. Every single thing that felt like a loss was actually a clearing. I was removing what could not go with you into the next level. I was closing doors that would have kept you small. I was allowing seasons of silence so that when I spoke, you would be ready to hear clearly and follow without hesitation. The people around you do not fully understand what you have been carrying. They saw the surface. They saw the version of you that showed up every day and handled things. They did not see what it cost you. They did not see the moments when you questioned everything. They did not see the faith it took just to keep breathing through certain seasons. But I saw it all. And because I saw it all, what I am releasing into your life is calibrated specifically to what you went through. The reward is proportional to the journey. And your journey has been long enough that what is coming will be significant enough to match it. Type 111 if you are ready to receive what God has prepared for you. There are people in your life right now who do not believe in what you are called to do. There are people who looked at your situation and made quiet decisions that you were not going to make it. They did not say it loudly, but you felt it. You felt the energy shift when you walked into certain rooms. You felt the absence of encouragement from people who should have been in your corner. You felt the weight of being underestimated by the very people who were supposed to see your value. And I want you to know that I am fully aware of every single person who counted you out. And what I'm about to do in your life is going to serve as an answer to every single one of those moments. Not because revenge is the point, but because elevation is the proof. When I move on behalf of my chosen ones, the people who doubted them become witnesses to something they cannot deny. They will see the doors that open for you and not understand why. They will watch opportunities find you and not be able to explain it. They will observe your life beginning to shift in ways that make no natural sense, and they will have no response for it. That is what happens when God moves on behalf of someone who refused to give up. The elevation becomes undeniable. The blessing becomes visible. And the testimony becomes something that even the skeptics cannot argue with. What God is about to do will shock everyone. And it starts with what is happening inside you right now. I am doing something in your spirit before I do anything in your circumstances, because outer change that is not rooted in inner transformation does not last. I am building something in you that is permanent. I am laying a foundation inside you that cannot be shaken by what comes next. I am removing fear at the root level so that when the blessings arrive, you are not too afraid to receive them. I am removing doubt at the core so that when the doors open, you walk through them with confidence and not hesitation. I am renewing your mind so that you stop seeing yourself through the lens of your past and start seeing yourself through the lens of what I have called you to become. This is why you have been feeling a shift inside you lately that you cannot fully explain. Something is different. You are not responding to things the way you used to. Things that once triggered you are no longer holding the same power. Situations that once sent you into fear are now meeting a version of you that is stronger and more grounded. That is not an accident. That is preparation. I am preparing you on the inside for what is about to happen on the outside. And when the two finally meet, what is produced will shock even you. Type 777 to affirm that God is transforming you from the inside out. You have been in a waiting season, and waiting is one of the hardest things I ask my chosen ones to do, because waiting feels passive. It feels like nothing is happening. It feels like everyone else is moving and you are standing still. It feels like time is passing and the promises you were given are no closer than they were before. And in that feeling, doubt can creep in quietly and begin to whisper things that are not true. It whispers that you missed your moment. It whispers that the promise was not real. It whispers that you are not enough to receive what you were told was coming. And I need you to understand that every single one of those whispers is a lie. You did not miss your moment. Your moment is being prepared with a precision that required time. The promise is real. And the reason it has not arrived yet is not because it was canceled. It is because what I am bringing to you is so significant that the preparation required more time than you expected. And you are enough. Not because of what you have done or what you have not done, but because I chose you. And my choices are not mistakes. What I am releasing into your life was designed for you before you were born. It has your name written on it, and it cannot be given to someone else no matter how long it takes to arrive. The waiting is almost over. What felt like delay was actually divine timing, and divine timing never arrives late. It arrives exactly when everything is in place. The people, the opportunities, the circumstances, the alignment, all of it is being arranged behind the scenes in ways that you cannot see, but that I am controlling with complete precision. What you call delay, I call preparation. What you call silence, I call the sound of things being arranged in your favor. And soon, very soon, the silence will end, and what has been prepared will begin to manifest in your life in ways that leave no room for doubt. Type 222 to declare that your waiting season is ending and your receiving season is beginning. I want to speak to you now about the people you lost during the season. The friendships that faded, the relationships that ended, the connections that you thought would last but did not survive this part of your journey. I know that some of those losses were painful. I know that you questioned whether you did something wrong. I know that you wondered if there was a way to hold on to what was leaving, and I need you to hear me clearly when I say this. Not every departure was a failure. Some of those departures were my doing. I removed certain people from your life because they could not carry you into what is next, not because they were bad, but because they were not built for the season you are entering. The connections that belong in your next chapter are different from the ones that carried you through your last one. And I had to create space for the right ones to find you. The people who are coming into your life in this next season will feel different from anyone you have encountered before. They will understand you without you having to over-explain yourself. They will see your vision and not try to shrink it. They will walk alongside you in a direction that is aligned with your purpose and not against it. These are the connections I have been preparing. These are the divine alignments that are part of what is about to shock everyone. Because when the right people surround a chosen one who is walking in their calling, what gets produced is something that the world takes notice of. You are not meant to walk this next chapter alone, and you will not. I am sending people. I am aligning moments. I am orchestrating encounters that will feel like confirmation after confirmation that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. And with each one, the picture of what I am doing in your life will become clearer and more undeniable. Type 333 if you are ready for the divine connections that God is sending your way. I also want to speak to the part of you that has been afraid. Not the fear you show people, the quiet fear that lives underneath everything. The fear that asks, what if this does not work out? The fear that wonders, what if I am not really who I think I am? The fear that sits in the back of your mind when things are going well and whispers that it cannot last. That fear is real, and I am not dismissing it. But I am asking you to hand it to me, because fear cannot occupy the same space as what I am bringing. Fear will cause you to hesitate at the exact moment I need you to move. Fear will cause you to pull back at the exact moment I need you to step forward. Fear will cause you to second guess the very thing I have confirmed for you. So I am asking you right now to release it, not because the path is going to be without challenge, but because I am going to be with you through every challenge, and my presence changes the outcome of everything. You are not walking into your next season with only your own strength. You are walking into it with mine behind you, and that changes everything about what is possible. What God is about to do will shock everyone, but it will not shock me, because I planned it, I prepared it, and I have been waiting for you to be ready to receive it. And right now in this moment, I am telling you that you are ready. You may not feel ready. You may still see all the ways you feel incomplete or unqualified, but readiness is not the absence of imperfection. Readiness is the presence of willingness, and you are willing. You showed that willingness every time you kept going when you wanted to stop, every time you prayed when you were not sure anyone was listening, every time you chose faith over fear, even when fear felt more rational. That willingness is what qualifies you, and it is what I am about to honor in a way that changes the trajectory of your life. Type yes if you believe that God is about to move powerfully in your life. Chosen one, what God is about to do will shock. Everyone, you are still here. And that means you are meant to receive everything that comes in this second part of the message. Because what I am about to tell you goes deeper than what was shared before. This is the part where the real revelation begins to unfold. Stay with me, because what I am releasing now is specifically for the ones who did not leave, the ones who felt something pulling them to stay. That pull was me. And what comes next is the reason I kept you here. I want to speak to you now about what is literally about to happen in your life, not in a distant future, not in a season that has no timeline. I am talking about what is already in motion right now. Behind the scenes of your daily life, things are being arranged that you cannot yet see, but that you will soon feel. Doors that have been closed are about to open in ways that will feel sudden and unexpected. Connections that have been in preparation are about to arrive at the right moment. Opportunities that seem to have passed you by are about to circle back in a form that is better than what you originally expected. This is not wishful thinking. This is a declaration from the one who sees the end from the beginning. I do not speak in uncertainty. I do not offer hope without substance. When I tell you that what I am about to do will shock everyone, I am speaking with the full weight of my authority behind it, and I am telling you this now so that when it begins to manifest, you will not be caught off guard. You will recognize it, you will receive it, and you will know exactly where it came from. Type 444 to declare that you receive everything God has prepared for your life. There is something specific I want to address about the way your mind has been working against you in this season. You have been replaying old stories, old failures, old moments where things did not work out. And you have been using those old stories as evidence for what is possible now. But the old stories are not relevant to where you are going. The version of you that experienced those old failures was not the version that I have been building in this season. You are not the same person you were during those moments. You have grown in ways that have not yet been fully tested. You have developed strength that has not yet been fully expressed. And what I am about to release into your life is going to be the proving ground for every single thing I have built inside you. Stop measuring your future by your past. The past was a classroom. It was not a life sentence. Everything that happened before this moment was preparation for this moment. And everything that happens from this moment forward is going to look different from everything that came before, because you are different, and because I am moving differently on your behalf. The things that once blocked you no longer have authority over your path. I have removed those barriers. I have cleared those obstacles, and the road ahead of you is more open than it has ever been. The shock that is coming is not just for the people around you. It is also for the part of you that stopped fully believing, the part of you that got tired of hoping, the part of you that quietly made peace with things being smaller than what you were promised. That part of you is about to be shaken awake, because what I am bringing is going to be impossible to minimize. It is going to be too large, too clear, and too undeniable for even the most discouraged part of you to dismiss. And in that moment, every wall you built to protect yourself from disappointment is going to come down, and what will be left is pure gratitude, pure wonder, and a faith that has been renewed so completely that it will carry you through everything that comes after. Type 555 if you are ready to let God shake your doubt and restore your belief. I want to speak now about your finances, because for many of you, this has been one of the heaviest parts of the season you have been walking through. The financial pressure has been real. The stress of not having enough has touched every part of your life. It has affected your peace. It has affected your relationships. It has affected how you see yourself and what you believe is possible for your future. And I want you to hear me when I say this. The financial struggle you have been experiencing is not your permanent address. It is a temporary condition in a season that is ending. What I am about to release into your life includes financial shift that will not make sense to people who are watching from the outside. Provision that comes from directions you did not expect. Resources that arrive at the exact moment you need them. Opportunities for increase that align with the gifts I placed inside you. I am not just going to meet your needs. I am going to exceed what you thought was possible for your financial life. And when it happens, the people who watched you struggle will not be able to explain what they are seeing, because what I do for my chosen ones goes beyond what natural circumstances can produce. This is not a promise for someone else. This is for you, the one who is still here, the one who kept going even when the numbers did not add up, the one who trusted even when trust felt like the most irrational thing available. I see your faithfulness in this area, and I am about to honor it in a way that silences every voice that ever suggested you were not going to make it. Type 1111 to receive the financial breakthrough that God is releasing in your life. Your health is also part of what I am shifting in this season. The weariness you have been carrying in your body is connected to the weight you have been carrying in your spirit. As I begin to lift the spiritual weight, you will begin to feel the physical weight lift as well. I'm bringing restoration to areas of your body that have been under strain. I'm bringing peace to your nervous system that has been operating in survival mode for too long. I am bringing renewal to your mind that has been exhausted by the demands of this season. What is coming is not only circumstantial, it is holistic. I am touching every part of you because every part of you belongs to me and every part of you is included in what I am doing. You will begin to feel lighter. Not because your circumstances immediately change overnight, but because my peace is beginning to settle into places inside you that have been tense and guarded for a long time. That peace is a sign. It is the first evidence of what is coming. When my peace arrives before the blessing does, it is because I am preparing you to receive the blessing without being overwhelmed by it. Receive the peace now. Let it settle. Let it do what it is designed to do. Because what follows peace in my kingdom is always greater than what preceded it. Type Amen if you receive God's healing and restoration in every area of your life today. I want to address the calling that you have been questioning, the thing that keeps surfacing in your spirit no matter how many times you try to push it down, the vision that will not go away even when circumstances make it seem impossible, the sense of purpose that you feel but cannot fully explain to the people around you. That is not your imagination. That is me. I placed it there. I have been the one keeping it alive, even in seasons when you were too discouraged to tend to it yourself. And I am telling you right now that the calling is real, the vision is valid, the purpose is not too big for you. It was designed to be exactly the size that requires my involvement. Because if you could do it alone, you would not need me, and I want you to need me. Because in that place of need, we do the greatest things together. The calling you have been given is part of what is going to shock everyone. Because when a chosen one steps into their purpose at the level I am about to release, what gets produced is extraordinary. The gifts I placed inside you are about to find their fullest expression. The ideas I have given you are about to find the resources and the platform they need. The vision I placed in your heart is about to begin taking form in the natural world in ways that confirm everything you believed but could not yet see. And when it happens, you will look back at every moment of doubt and understand why I kept the calling alive even when you were ready to let it go. Do not let go of it now. You are too close. What felt like it was dying was actually being preserved for the right moment. And the right moment is approaching faster than you realize. Type 888 to declare that you will not abandon the calling God placed inside you. I also want to speak to the chosen ones who have been waiting on a specific promise. You received a word, you had a dream, you felt a confirmation so strong that you could not dismiss it, and then time passed, and more time passed, and the promise still had not manifested. And you began to wonder if you misheard. You began to question whether what you received was real, and the waiting has become so long that the hope has begun to feel fragile. I need you to hear me clearly right now. You did not mishear. The promise was real, and the reason it has taken this long is not because it was canceled. It is because what I am bringing requires everything to be in place before it arrives, and the last pieces are being positioned right now. The promise you received is still alive. It has not expired. It has not been given to someone else. It is yours, and the delivery is closer than you know. I know that the wait has been hard. I know that there were moments when you almost stopped believing entirely. I know how much it cost you to keep the hope alive, and I want you to know that I honor that. I see the faith it took to hold on, and what I am about to do is going to be worthy of every single day you chose to believe when believing was the hardest thing available to you. Hold on a little longer. What is coming is real. What is coming is significant. And what is coming will make the wait make sense in a way that nothing else could. Type 999 if you are holding on to a promise from God and you refuse to let go of it. There is one more thing I need to say before this message closes, and it may be the most important thing of all. What I am about to do in your life is going to require a version of you that is fully present, not distracted, not half committed, not 1 foot in and 1 foot out, fully present, fully surrendered, fully willing to follow where I lead even when it does not make complete sense. Because what is coming is going to move quickly, and I need you to be ready to move with it. This means releasing the things you have been holding on to, that I have already told you to release. This means forgiving the people you have been holding in unforgiveness, because unforgiveness is a weight that slows your movement. This means stopping the comparison that keeps you looking at other people's journeys instead of your own. This means trusting me enough to take the next step even when you cannot see the one after it, because that is how I lead, 1 step at a time. And each step taken in faith reveals the next one. You are standing at the edge of the most significant season of your life. Everything that came before was preparation for what is directly ahead of you. The pain prepared you. The waiting prepared you. The loss prepared you. The confusion prepared you. And now you are ready. Not perfect, not without questions, but ready. And I am ready to move on your behalf in a way that will leave no one around you with any remaining doubt about who is working in your life. What God is about to do will shock everyone, including the part of you that stopped fully believing. But that part is about to be awakened. That part is about to be renewed. That part is about to see something so undeniable that it will never be able to go quiet again. Stay ready, chosen one. What is coming is already on its way, and it carries your name on it. It was prepared for you before the foundation of the world, and nothing that happened along the way was able to stop it from finding you. Not the failures, not the delays, not the doubts, not the people who said you would not make it. Nothing stopped it, because I am the one carrying it to you, and what I carry cannot be blocked, cannot be stolen, and cannot arrive late. It is coming, and when it arrives, everyone will know, everyone will see. And you will finally understand why every single thing that happened before this moment was worth it. Type yes and amen if you receive everything God is releasing into your life right now. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it today, because your sharing this could be the confirmation they were waiting for.